Hi, welcome back to New England Fire Cooking. I'm Aaron Higgins, and today, for the first time on this channel, we're going to be doing a grass-fed filet mignon steak. In fact, it's the first time we've ever done a grass-fed steak on this channel, and a lot of people have some reservations about cooking grass-fed steak. They say it's not as marbled, it's got a tendency to dry out, and the flavor's not there. But I've got a couple tricks up my sleeve, and I think we can get a pretty good steak out of this, if not an excellent steak out of this. So let's get to grilling.
So here are our steaks. We got some filet mignon from Good Shop. And let me get the camera a little bit closer here. I want to show you guys something. This is my only concern here. We got a good grading. We got USDA choice, but what we have, let me get closer, 100% grass-fed. Now, in my experience, grass-fed steak just doesn't have the juiciness and the flavor profile that steak that is corn or grain fed, or even steak that comes from cows who eat grass for a while and then they finish them on corn and grain. It's just very lean and the flavor isn't quite there, but we're gonna give this a shot, and we're gonna be using a sous vide method to do this, and hopefully we get a nice, tender, juicy filet mignon.
So now what we wanna do is we wanna set up our sous vide for 115 degrees. Hit go, give it a chance to warm up. In the meantime, let's get these steaks seasoned, buttered, and in a bag.
So what we want to do now is get these steaks seasoned. And I'm going to be using the Killer Hogs TX brisket rub to season these grass-fed filet mignons. Now, I've only used this rub on brisket before, so I am interested to see what this is going to do to these filet mignons. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to give it a medium coat. You don't want to go too heavy and you don't want to go too light, because we are going to sous vide these. You want to make sure you get a good balance of flavors. So I would say about a medium coat of rub will do just fine. Get both sides dusted with a medium coat, and then just take the steaks and then dab the sides of the steaks on the plate. Pick up any leftover rub.
And then for a little bit of herb flavor, you got some dried rosemary leaves. I'm not going too crazy. I'm just putting a few of these down on the plate. And this will mix right into our butter paste that we're gonna use with these steaks when we sous vide them. Okay, so I got these fillets right in a Ziploc bag. And what I've done is I've added about 3 tablespoons of butter to this. Now, I always add butter when I sous vide steaks anyway, but with these being grass-fed and being tenderloin, it's even more important. We really wanna bring some fat back in there. It'll keep its juiciness, and it'll give it a really good flavor.
So our sous vide is right at 115. You want to try to squeeze as much air out of the bag as you can. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to set them right inside this water bath. And we're going to walk away from this for 2 hours. Closed. 2 hours, I'll come back.
So I just fired up my Weber Q. I'm going to let it get hot, and then I'm going to give it a good brush before I throw these steaks on. Some of you guys might be wondering why I'm using a gas grill to do this, and why you don't see my usual grill grate for any grill setup for searing steaks, but there's a couple reasons for that. These are filet mignon, which run lean as it is, and they're not that thick. They're about 1 inch thick. I like to have steaks that are 1.5 to 2 times that thickness, especially because it's grass-fed as well. So not only is it filet mignon, which runs lean anyway, it's grass-fed, which means there's even less fat in it. So I'm gonna let this bad boy heat up. I'm gonna give it a good brush, get these grates clean, and then I'm gonna sear the steak on there. It's really not gonna take too long, and this little Weber Q gives me a little bit more control over the heat. Just wanna make sure that these steaks come out perfect. You can use any grill you like, and if you like your steaks well done, by all means, throw it over a nice big bed of screaming hot charcoal. So after 2 hours in the sous vide, it's time to sear these steaks. Grill's nice and hot. Gonna lay this down at an angle just like that. Really not gonna spend too much time on the grill, probably like 45 seconds a side. So let's get it closed, count 45, give them a flip. Okay, 45 seconds. Let's give these steaks a flip. I give them a quick turn at 22 seconds in and get some nice little cross hatches. Not as nice as the grill grates, but that'll do. Let's close it up. Another 22 seconds, give it a turn. Another 22, 23 seconds, they're done.
Okay guys, grass-fed filet mignon. Let's go through what we did. Got these from Good Shop. Matt sent a box of Good Shop's products to me, asked me to review them, and these are the filet mignons. They're USDA choice grade, they're 100% grass-fed. What we did, because filet mignon is lean and grass-fed is also lean, was we wanted to sous vide these. So we seasoned them with Killer Hogs TX brisket rub, a little bit of dried rosemary, and then we put them in a Ziploc bag along with 3 tablespoons of butter. We got our sous vide machine running right at 115 degrees and put the whole bag of steaks in the water bath for 2 hours. After 2 hours, pulled them out, fired up the Weber Q, got a nice hot grill grate going, laid the steaks down at a 45-degree angle. 22 seconds in, we gave them a twist, another 22 seconds, we flipped them 45 seconds aside, and now here we are. And I'm gonna get right into this one right here. This one's got my name on it. They do feel tender so far. I've got some reservations about grass-fed beef, especially grass-fed filet mignon, but I'm gonna cut very dead center on this one and just see what we're dealing with. We do have some juices running, and we do have a pink center. So, without further ado, let's get myself a bite of this. Here we go. Here we go. Good chop, grass-fed filet mignon. Okay, I don't know if this is because of the sous vide. I don't know if because good chop is some kind of dark sorcery, but this is without a doubt one of the better, if not the best tasting grass-fed steaks I think I've ever had. I'm gonna do one more bite here. This is exquisite. This is very, very good. In fact, my 10-month-old daughter, who you might hear in the background, she didn't even have teeth yet, and she could probably eat the steak. I'm gonna slice this up. I'm gonna get the camera over here so you guys can see a little bit more of what's going on.
So as you can see, they are cooked perfectly. Great seasoning, great flavor, and I can't believe it, honestly, but it's melting in my mouth. This steak is absolutely incredible. 3 for 3 on Good Chop.
So as you can see, cooked perfect, perfect color, perfect seasoning blend, perfect tenderness, and I can't believe I'm saying this about grass-fed steak, but 9 out of 10 on flavor. Not giving it a perfect 10. I think that's reserved for like A5 Wagyu. But anyway, I'm gonna put a link to Good Chop's website in the description of this video. Go to their website, check them out, see what they have. You never know, it might work out perfect for you. All I can say is this is the 3rd cook I've done using their products, and I am more than beyond satisfied. My expectations have been exceeded every single time. So Matt, once again, buddy, you came through on this one. Pumped about this steak. If you like what you see here, if you like what we're doing on this channel, give us a subscribe. Check us out on social media. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook. Thanks for hanging out with us today, and we'll see you next time.